Welcome back to the Switch Sports Golf Challenge series. We're on day 10 of the 9 Eagles Challenge, which is proving to be a difficult task. We got to 8 one day. That's the closest we've gotten. I think the most Eagles that I've had in the 9 days, the 9 previous days of this 9 Eagles Challenge has been 6. So we'll try to get closer today. We'll see tougher conditions to start here. So 11 mile an hour diagonal crosswinds. I'm going to take a couple pixels off the drive on accident, but with these winds, that's not going to matter. And this is going to be a difficult eagle here on a hole that I would really like to get if we're going to try to push 9. I don't necessarily need it, but it would feel real good to pick this one up. Okay, so I'll give that a shot. That feels like the proper adjustment. I'm going to use the 7-iron, which is different. But I think that looks to be the proper play. That looks like it's on a real good line. Ah, the kick is just going to be slightly right, though. And I mean, tougher winds on hole 1. Would have been a real lucky eagle if I got it. And I'll miss just a couple of feet to the right. So we'll have to tap in the birdie, move on to hole 2, and see what kind of conditions we have there. Hopefully, we don't see 11 miles an hour, or even like 9 miles an hour. Okay. We'll see that back middle pin, and we do see 11 miles an hour, so... This makes it a little bit more difficult, but also feels really makeable. So I don't exactly know what the proper power is here. I'm going to guess there. But this is probably going to take some luck if I'm going to make it. So 2 maximum wins to start here. Now hopefully that gets there. That looks like it's on a pretty good line. I don't like that bounce. And it'll just miss. So a level of precision that was going to be difficult to reach on hole 2 with those winds. I gave it a real shot, but just a near miss is all we'll have. So 2 birdies through 2. Not the easiest of conditions. We'll see if hole 3 is a little bit nicer, maybe. Okay, 6 miles an hour pushing us to the right. So not too bad.
Nice shot.
I really need to pick up an eagle here if we're going to be on any sort of good pace. So I'm just going to hit a standard drive down there. I'm not going to use any fade strategies or anything just because I want to give myself a decent length chip. About 2 dots of power. Oh, it's actually going to be fine. I'll end up in the fairway now, which is okay. Or just short. So that's actually a totally fine spot to be. That was not an intentional couple of, or I guess a little bit of power taken off that drive, or that shot there, but it happens. And we'll have a makeable chip here. Okay, so I'm going to want to put this a little over 2 dots of power, probably to about there. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. The wind's going to push it a bit. But I think with that power, that should have a good chance at falling. That felt like a good shot. That looks like a good shot. It will, oh my goodness, hit the pin and lip out. I haven't had that happen on this hole in this challenge yet. Wow. That looked like it was perfect. But I guess the spin just had a little bit too much power to it. And it hits the pin and does not fall. Wow. Okay. 13 miles an hour on hole 4. We'll have to just keep on trying our best here. What's the proper adjustment? I'm going to guess to about there. I feel like I've missed this just left a number of times, so maybe I'll tick this a few more ticks to the right. We'll give that a shot. Almost full power on the 5-iron, but not quite.
Nice shot.
Oh! And I short it. That's going to be well left anyway. So my power is not the best so far. Granted, that was going to be a difficult
Nice.
hole-in-one with that crosswind. But my power has not been very good. I'll have to tap that putt down there. Pick up a birdie
Nice.
on the 4th hole in a row. Not a great start. Some real near misses. Just missed hole 2. Kind of got robbed on hole 3. We'll see. Ugh. Gross wind in the face on hole 5. So that's going to up the difficulty here. I'm not exactly sure what's up with my drives. I'm leaving them just a little short. Now that's not going to hurt me, but it doesn't feel quite right. Messes with the confidence a little bit. We'll have to figure out what's up with that. What's up with the swing. Get that corrected. This is going to be a difficult chip to try to make. There we go. There's the proper shot. I'm going to have to use the bump and run strategy, although I'm not even sure if I can get close enough to do that properly with this wind. We'll see what the 3-iron distance looks like. Okay, maybe it's doable. The wind is going to push this slightly to the right. But I feel like this adjustment's pretty good. It felt like a good shot. Ooh, it's coming in real hot. And it'll lip out at about 35 miles an hour. We'll end up 20 feet by. So just a little overpower, a lot of distance on that shot, and some wind in the face that I, kind of over accounted for. This is going to be a difficult little side hill putt, but a fun one if it falls. And it will, my goodness, just lip out. So tough looks in the early going here. No eagles to show for. One missed putt. And we'll have to see if we can get some miraculous shots on holes like... Hole 6 I've yet to eagle. Today would be kind of poetic if I were to make it and I had no eagles on the scorecard yet. We'll have winds that are pretty favorable. 13 miles an hour straight ahead. You know what? Let's just send this one out there.
Nice shot.
So that's going to end up in the rough. That'll be totally fine. I can use probably the 7-iron, take a good amount off of it, and just try to land this a little bit left of the pin, as I always try to do, but it's not very easy. I think that adjustment feels pretty good. We'll give that a shot. Hopefully, this takes a nice kick. That felt pretty ideal. That looks like it's going to have a nice bounce. I eagled hole 6. I finally got that pin. Now, of course, it's in the round where I have yet to eagle anything to this point. It took a fairway bounce, and I think that may have actually gone on the right side of the pin. So I guess it's doable. Finally. That had some wind, too. 13 miles an hour. An eagle on hole 6. Wow. Okay, let's lock right back in here. See if we can pick one up on 7 with some nicer winds. Felt like a pretty good first shot. That should put me in a spot where I'll have a chance with the spoon. Perfect. Okay. I'm thinking with 2 miles an hour, kind of diagonally, I may want to just aim straight at this one, because the green rolls down to the right. The wind's pushing it left, and if I land this just short in the rough, that should take a lot of the speed off of it, and maybe give it a run. That felt like a good shot. That's where I wanted to land it. Now, will that just move to the right? Will it fall? It will! 2 in a row. Holes 6 and 7 are eagles after not making any on the easier holes. So we're on a decent pace again. I mean, the back usually has a lot more eagle opportunities. If I can pick one up on 8 or 9, that would feel really good about this, about the pace of this challenge. Let's see what kind of conditions we have on hole 8 here. Okay, so I've locked back in nicely after some near misses. I think I like that adjustment. If I can pick one up on hole 8, that would feel absolutely phenomenal. We'll try that out. Felt like a good shot. Looks like it's on a great line. Be the right bounce. Oh, it'll hit the flag. Wow, if I didn't hit the flag,
Nice approach.
I think that might have been on a really, really good line. And the flag almost helps it out. But it just hits the wrong part of the green afterwards and bounces down short of it. Ugh. Okay, I'm playing well again. Just kind of an unfortunate shot. I never even think about the flag being there on these holes. But it is, and if you hit the flag, it does that. Okay, we have an opportunity here. Now, granted, very difficult. But we can get there in 2. I'll have to hit that fade shot. Try to hold the fairway. There it is. That felt like the right shot. Get to the left a little bit more. It will. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, we may be a little close to that tree, actually. We'll have to see when the camera angle changes. Oh, no, perfect. We are well left of it. I can aim this one. I'm going to have to aim this one way to the right. If I hit it with that power, I mean, you never know. It can have a chance. Let's give it a run.
Nice shot.
It felt like a good shot. Ooh, it's leaking left. So I'm probably going to have to chip this one. Don't hit the fringe. Oh, it's going to hit the fringe and bounce 1,000 feet. Wow. I mean, I'll have a chip, though. I'll have a chance. This is a real difficult pin to try to chip to, and maybe this is a time to try to spin it in. The wind's going to be pushing it left, but if I can put it up on that hill and try to bounce it, maybe there's a chance. Let's try it. Come on, roll back. Roll back. Oh, it doesn't roll back at all? Even with that wind? I landed on top of the slope. That feels like it I mean, maybe it would have rolled to the right anyway if it did roll anywhere, so can't get too mad at it, but is what I'll say about that.
Nice birdie.
We'll move on to hole 10. I mean, we need 7 more eagles. Not going to be easy. Oh, if I could have picked up a couple at the start there, this round could have felt real good. Okay, we'll have no wind on hole 10. That's preferable.
Nice shot.
We'll hit a nice drive out there. That was a well-executed one. Now, the kick on this green is going to go slightly to the right. It's a little bit harder of a green than hole 1, despite being a very similar hole. And we'll see if we can sink this one. So just slightly to the left. Going to want to hit this with about that much power, I'd say. We'll give it a run.
Nice shot.
That felt like a pretty good shot. That looks like it's on a good line. Get the right kick. Roll in. All right, a nice eagle on hole 10.
Chip in deeper.
The round is alive. 3 eagles. If we can pick up a hole in 1 on 11 or 13, in addition to executing the shots on the eagleable holes, 12, 14, 18, this feels like it has the makings of a pretty good round. So I'll want to land this just left of the pin. I'm going to say I'm going to aim to about there. And we'll give it a run. So left of the pin, a little bit short of it, is the proper play, I think I've discovered in the last couple of rounds. We'll give that a shot. That felt good. Looks like it's on a pretty good line. Oh, and it just glides to a stop. That is so strange.
Nice on.
I have put that exact shot in that spot plenty of times, and it's rolled back down. So a little bit of a frustrating result there. I'm surprised that that didn't come back. I'm not exactly sure what caused that. I thought I hit the spin shot pretty well. But we'll have to tap it down there for a birdie.
Nice birdie.
Okay, so we have 3 eagles on the scorecard. We have 7 holes to play, and I'll need to eagle 6 of them. Hole 12 is going to have, okay, some tailwind. That makes it a little weird, though. This may become a 3-iron play instead of a spoon play. So a little different today. We haven't seen tailwind, especially tailwind, this strong, I don't think, in this challenge. So it's going to be different. The spoon just may not hold the green. Like, I don't think I can land it safely over the bunker and stop it short enough. So I will use the 3-iron with some spin. Now I think I want to aim this to about there, if I had to guess. Actually, let me double check that. Yeah, that feels like the right adjustment. So I'll aim it to there. I think I want to land this a little left of the pin, so let me think about how that was going to affect it. Okay. I think to about there. We'll use the 3-iron. Spin it back.
Nice shot.
That felt like a really good shot. Ooh, that's going to be way too far to the right and way too far in general, so... Oh, come back. Gave myself a tougher
Nice on.
putt here. See if I can sink it. That moved so much. I mean, I adjusted pretty far to the left. And the wind was diagonal, not even crosswind. Not even pure crosswind. And that moved all the way across the green. Alright, let's try to sink this putt, though. That felt really good, and it is good. So we'll pick up an eagle on 12. 4 eagles on the scorecard. Not the standard way to get there. We now have eagles on 6, 7, 10, and finally, more of a standard one on 12. We'll move on to hole 13. Will we see some nicer winds? Not the best, but also not the worst. Okay. This feels like a chance. I can put it at least close. It'd be cool to get this one. Let's adjust it to about there. I think that feels pretty good. I'll use the 5-iron. Make sure we get it there. That felt like a really good shot. That looks like it's on a great line, and it'll smack the pin.
Nice.
Oh, that was so close to greatness. If that was just another inch to the right, I think that could have had a real chance. But we'll have to tap in a birdie. Unfortunate hole 13 there. I felt like I had a real good shot. I had the adjustment pretty much perfect, but I just don't get the result. So we'll move on to 14. Oftentimes a more straightforward eagle opportunity. And once again, we see very similar conditions to yesterday. I think I can just hit that one down there, avoid all those trees.
Nice.
Make sure I hit the right drive. So I left it a little short, which is not going to hurt it, fortunately. It'll take almost the exact same bounce as yesterday. Let's see if I can replicate yesterday's albatross. I think I know about where I aimed it to. I think the wind's just slightly stronger today, though, so I want to club up. Yeah, this is a little bit of a different position. But I think I adjusted to about there and hit it with about that much power. mean, we'll see. You never know. Looks like it's on a very similar type of line. Oh my goodness, 0.2 feet from the albatross. I almost replicated it. That's pretty crazy. Alright, we'll tap that in. Pick up an eagle. That shot would have felt so frustrating if I wasn't going for eagles. Like if I was going for an albatross there and I got that. But fortunately, we're not going for that. Let's see what kind of conditions we have on 15. Okay, 2 miles an hour. Not bad, not bad. I think I want to land this a little short right. I like that little short right play, even though it causes a longer second shot. I almost like the longer second shot because it feels like it gets a more consistent spin quite often. So if I hit the short rough, oh, it doesn't actually launch. Oftentimes that launches. Gets that little glide roll when I hit that short rough. But this is fine. We'll use the 5-iron. I think adjusting to about there should be pretty good. And I really like the angle that you approach this from when you're in this shorter right part of the fairway. So I'm going to want to hit this about pin high on the power meter and give it a chance. It felt like a real good shot. That looks like it's on a great line. Oh, and I'll hit the pin again. Oh, I am the pin smacker in day 10 here. Wow. That looks so good. That looked just as good as hole 13. But no eagle on the scorecard. The birdie is what we'll get. Man, that shot felt so good. We'll have to move on to hole 16 here. What kind of conditions will we see? Ooh. Ooh, weird. Okay. So I think, can you go for that second shortcut in this one-player mode? Fortunately, I'm not on pace where this would ruin it if you can't actually do it, but there's another gap in those trees when you're dealing with these strong left-to-right winds. We'll see if we can get it. So there's the common shortcut over to the right, and there's this second shortcut a little further left. And it's real satisfying to kind of curve it through all those trees when you have those stronger left-to-right winds. This is going to be a tougher chip. This leaves you with a tougher chip. But if I hit this with the proper power, it feels like it could have a chance. I may just want to keep this one aimed straight at it. Hit it with about that much power, I'd say. And try not to curve it. That's the goal here. That felt like a real good shot. If that gets the nice rollout, ooh, it'll move just to the right. So I didn't think that would break all that much. The wind was pushing it slightly left. But it does move a bit, so we won't pick up an eagle on 16. We'll have to tap in for birdie. Tougher conditions. I mean, the second shortcut with those winds doesn't necessarily present the easiest of chips, but it's makeable. I'll have to keep that in mind for next time, though. We'll see some, not the best wins, but you know what? As far as hole 17 goes, not the worst. Send a full driver at it. I lost like a pixel of power. Hopefully that doesn't hurt it too much. Ooh, that takes a weird kick off the fairway. That bounced at a nice angle to the left, and because of that, it catches the slope where it launches, and I'll end up 30 feet away. So a strange bounce there on hole 17. Now, fortunately, this putt doesn't move a whole lot. Just a little bit left to right. Yeah, that feels like a good adjustment. We'll have to hit that up there with plenty of power. Maybe about 3 dots, I'd say. Ooh, and it'll fall. Okay. So a birdie on 17. We'll have to move on to 18. The 9 Eagles challenge is proving to be difficult. Haven't really gotten close. We'll see if we can do something cool on 18, though. Once again, my drives are not the best today. I leave it just a little short. Not exactly sure what's up with that. It hasn't really hurt me, though. It's not like I've necessarily needed to have full drives on the times. There are some times when you absolutely need the full drive, otherwise you end up in trouble. But fortunately, the conditions did not cause that situation today. So I'm thinking I'll aim to about there. I'll use the 5-iron with about that much power. That feels pretty good. We'll see if we can give this one a run.
Nice shot.
That felt like a good shot. It's going to leak a little too far to the right on me, but that'll be a nice leave. A very straightforward eagle putt. Just going to adjust it slightly left. Roll it down that little hill. We'll finish with a nice eagle on 18.
Great eagle.
And how many do we have? I kind of lost track. We had some different eagles today. So 23 under, I mean a pretty good round. Holes 6, 7, 10, 12, 14, and 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eagles. We have matched the high score in this 9 eagles challenge, and we've done it in a very strange way. Holes 6 and 7. And 10. I've hit 10 a couple times, but not very often. Weird round today, but pretty good round. Other than that par on hole 5, which was a very near eagle as well. A lot of close calls. We'll have to try again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. And day 11, I'm hoping we'll have some nicer conditions, some easier makes on the first couple holes. And we're going to keep trying our best. So we'll see you then.